everyone, this is Rabdius blog at Animation Bliss, and welcome to another underrated and obscure cartoon corner. So today's underrated and obscure cartoon we'll be reviewing today is The Pirates of Dark Water. So this series was made in 1991. It was created by Hanna-Barbera, and basically what this series was all about is about a young boy named Ren who finds out that his father, King Primus, was trying to find the 13 treasures of rule, and he has to protect those treasures from Bloth, who's an evil pirate lord. And along the way, Ren meets up with several friends who will later become his crewmates. He meets up with a monkey bird named Niddler. He meets up with a rogue pirate named Ayaz, and he meets up with a female pirate named Tula. And together they all go out together to try to find the 13 treasures of rule before Bloth finds the treasures first. And all the while they try to avoid the tidal dark water that keeps plaguing the seas and keeps killing everybody. And as the series goes on, we start to learn more about the dark water itself and why it's such a threat to the heroes and to the world itself. So what are my thoughts about this show? I love this show, and I was really upset when it got canceled too soon. Like, they haven't even found the 13 treasures of rule before the show got canceled, and I think it only lasted for one season, I believe. But yeah, I love this show because it was such an interesting fantasy series. Like, before Pirates of the Caribbean came out, you know, you have a TV series about a group of pirates trying to go out and take treasures, but they're also trying to save the world at the same time. Well, I would say Ren is the main character who wants to save the world more so than find treasures, and Ayaz is the one who wants to find the treasures, and Tula would go with Ren or do whatever must be done. So I really love this series just for being more adventurous, having a good storyline. I love how they did the characters. I really love Ren's character, as he's the one who's like, you know, I gotta protect the treasure rule to save the world because my father was trying to protect the treasures before me, even though I didn't know him. But yeah, he's trying to protect the treasures of rule from Bloth, and I really like that intense atmosphere that goes on with Ren trying to find the 13 treasures of rule before Bloth gets his hands on it. And I also love the characters Ayaz and Tula. Like, I love the fact that Ayaz is so snarky, and there's some funny moments where he tries to steal some treasure from the other islands. I really enjoy those moments. And I really love the character of Tula also. She's such a strong female protagonist, and the fact that, you know, she gets powers later on was really interesting twist in her character. So I would have loved to see more with her character in future episodes if they hadn't canceled the show so early. But yeah, all the characters are really interesting. I also love Bloth as a villain. You know, I think he's a really threatening villain. The fact that he's trying to find the 13 treasures of rule just to rule the world was a really interesting development for this storyline, and I really enjoyed his villain arc in this series. Now, if there was some nitpicks I have about this series is I felt like the animation after the first 5 episodes kind of went downhill. I think they were saying that it was getting too expensive to make the animation for the show, and that's part of the reason why the show got canceled in the first place, was because the animation was getting too expensive to make, and apparently wasn't doing well in the ratings. But yeah, I love the first 5 episodes. The animation from the first 5 episodes was very well done. I wish that the rest of the show was done in that similar animation style, because I love the animation of the early episodes, and I wish that we got more of that animation in the later episodes. It would have made the show even more enjoyable to watch later on than it is now. And also, I felt like they kind of diminished Bloth's threatening presence, I guess because they were trying to make room for the storyline about the dark water, which I appreciate, because I wanted to learn more about the dark water, and I'm glad that the later episodes focus more on showing us how the dark water is threatening to the protagonist and what's the story behind it. So I like that fact about the later episodes. But at the same time, it felt like they were diminishing Bloth's presence, villainy in the later episodes, and I wish that we got more villainous moments from Bloth in the later episodes. But overall, despite some hang-ups about the show, I was really upset that it got canceled, because there was a lot more they could have told with the show. Like, did the characters ever find the 13 treasures of rule? You know, what more stories could they have told with the characters that the show didn't get canceled? Maybe they could have expanded more on the world of dark water if, you know, they hadn't canceled the show so sudden. But overall, despite all that, I love this show. I still watch this show to this very day whenever I get the chance to. I definitely recommend you check this show out, especially if you're looking for a good old classic Hanna-Barbera cartoon for the 90s. You know, this is a really great series that I think is heavily underrated. There's a really good storyline going on here. The animation is very good, at least for the first the first 5 episodes anyway. But, it was very unique when it came out, and I wish that there was a way that they could find some way to continue this series, you know, because there's so much they could have told with this series if it didn't get canceled. But overall, I highly recommend you check out the series. It's one of Hanna-Barbera's best cartoons throughout the 90s. I'd highly recommend you check this out. So that's my review on the Pirates of Dark Water, and I hope you enjoyed this review. And be sure to follow us on Twitter so we can keep you updated any new videos we post up, and also like our Facebook page. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rob Dave's blog, Animation Bliss, and I'll see you later.